Hello everyone. Bells from Bell's Basement here. So yeah, today I'm going to be doing something different. I'm actually gonna be talking about music this time around. I guess the main theme of the channel. But today is gonna be something interesting. It's gonna be Pitchfork. We're gonna be talking about Pitchfork a lot throughout this live stream, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very excited because I think Pitchfork is one of the most interesting. I don't know. How could you even call it Pitchfork? Just one of the most interesting things ever. Because like Pitchfork, they're known for like a lot of infamous reviews, a lot of infamous lists. They're kind of a meme in the internet, basically at this point. But no, honestly, I can definitely. I think they're very interesting. If you read, for example, their Kid A review or their 2006 Jet review, which is not even a review, it's just like a monkey pissing on his mouth. It is definitely some interesting stuff. And about a week ago, basically, yeah, October 1st, they dropped the top 100 best albums of the 2020 so far, which I think is at the very least already concerning because I mean, first of all, I don't really like so far lists. It's kind of like just wait till the very end of the decade, okay? Just wait till the very end of the decade. I just don't really see the appeal of this so far list, but I mean, whatever. They still kind of dropped as so far. Then honestly, I feel like if you were gonna do a so far, at the very least, you should have waited till the very end of the year. You know, like the entire first half of the decade instead of, I don't know, this kind of weird, almost midpoint. I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Before we start, I'm gonna be promoting this live stream to other servers, to other people, and I think we can, hopefully start with this. Alright, let me get the link. Alright, let's go to announcement. Okay, yeah, there you go. There you go. Alright, this is the, yeah. Live reacting to Pitchfork. Okay, there you go. Alright, can finally start with this. I guess before we can start, actually, I can make some predictions. I don't know, because like, here's the thing when it comes to every single magazine, like music magazine, is that whenever they make top 100 best albums of all time, they usually tend to include Taylor Swift, Beyonce, I don't know what else, like, I will say 50 Cent, but like that's usually with old time. This is the 2020s, and 50 Cent is, way past relevancy. My favorite part is the parts where you say nothing for 30 seconds at a time. I was just promoting the live stream blade, and I was promoting the live stream. I think we can finally stay consistent with this. Blatant. You've listened to a little bit of music from this decade. Do you have any predictions that you will want to make? Is there anything popping up? Any thought? I don't know. I guess I can predict Beyonce, I can predict Taylor Swift. I'm just gonna predict what I think I'm gonna hate about this list, because I think I'm gonna hate a lot about this list. Make Like Color and Die. What do you mean? I don't know. Hey, Joso man, what's poppin'? Glad to see you here. Also, maybe if we have time, maybe I can react to the best songs, but I guess we'll have to see. I mean, top 100 is not, I guess, a lot to cover, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, just chilling. I'm also chilling. I'm very excited for this, honestly, because like this type of list, I'm usually very autistic about, because like they're really interesting. Like they're really very interesting to talk about. In fact, we can start reading here. The decade has brought us major label blockbusters. I mean, yeah, I suppose not as many as the previous decades, because this decade has been kind of a black hole when it comes to mainstream. But whatever, we got a few. Also, speaking of which, I'm predicting that the Bad Bunny. I know Bladen will be very excited about this. The Bad Bunny 2022 album, Un Verano Sin Ti. It's gonna definitely be on this list, because every single music magazine, for some reason, is obsessed with that album. I think that's mainly because, again, that was actually a very big commercial hit at the very least. Like not just in South America, but like it even crossed to North America. To the US, to Canada. I don't know. It is a very big album, whether you like it or not. If it comes down to all of this, I want to have at least made one hit. At least that I tried. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, wait. There's more description to this. There are certainly existential questions to ask about the album in an era where the platforms that are trying to steer the direction of music towards fragments of songs. That is very true. I appreciate that at the very least Pitchfork is aware of that. It's a very unfortunate direction that music has been heading to, because TikTok has had a very bad influence in music. I think a lot of people know that at this point. Let's continue. But if this list is any indication, it remains as Beatled that form as ever. Here are the best albums of the 2020s so far. You'll find high BPM dance music, hypnotic ambient jazz, okay, new gen indie rock. We did have a bit of I guess indie rock revival this decade. I mean, not really, but like we definitely had some form of movement at the very least. They're in rage rap, yep, and maybe, just maybe, that album that scored the perfect end. I actually know what that album is, but I'm not gonna spoil it. That album's probably gonna be either number 1 or in the top 5, and it is a good album. But again, I'm not going to spoil it. I mean that's about it. I think we can start. Let's start with the. Wait. Let's see what Joso has to say. I think I'm going to make a music review channel where I review music albums but haven't heard them and act fancy, and maybe music theory if I can study it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, here's the thing: music theory, at the very least, from how I see it, it's more important when it comes to making music than talking about them. Like music theory, when it comes to reviewing music and talking about how the music makes you feel, is not as important. But I guess it is still in a way essential. Like it wouldn't really hurt at all to learn it. But I'll be excited to see your music review channel, Joso. I guess we can start with this. The best albums of the 2020s. I mean, people are saying here that we'll have more people. I mean, if you guys have I don't know, because like this, the reason why I'm planning to do this one by myself is because I think a lot of you guys, but the very least, like a lot of the people that I have in my live streams haven't heard a lot of music recently from at the very least this last few years. But if anyone wants to join, I'll be willing, I'll be willing to join. I'll be willing to have them here as guests. But I mean, I guess for now, I think I'll just start. I think I'm dragging this for a little bit too long. All right, let's start with this. Okay, this yeah, I guess for the albums that I don't know about, I don't know what I'm gonna be adding for this. I think I'm just gonna read the descriptions, because like I don't know what this album is. I never heard of the artist. I never heard of this album. I don't even know what. Oh shit! Hold on. There you go. I have several doubts. Okay, so let's read into hard pace in a minute. Florida's timeline of teen rap stars includes mercurial talents like Rob. Actually, I was gonna say read the description, but like, if you're reading for the description for this one, I don't really care. I don't know this album. Maybe I'll talk about. Maybe I'll look into it what it is about later on. But I don't really have anything to add for this one. Okay, I don't know this album either. But what is this album cover? This is an interesting album. This is a really bad album. Well, this is a very ugly album cover. Like, I've actually never seen anything like this before in my life. Okay, I guess if I let me read a little bit in here what they have to say about it. Has morphed into one of the greats of Singalia, highly caffeine regional genre that relies on maniacally frenetic 200 plus BPM tempos. Where it feels like the space-time continuum is going to collapse the moment you press play, with the constant duration of drums, frenzy melodies, I mean, yeah, again, I never heard anything of this as well. I guess what's sick about this one, I mean, I haven't heard the album, so obviously cannot really comment anything either here. I'm not really familiar, again, with the artist, but this is, I don't know, man, like, this album cover doesn't make me excited. Like, I think we're stepping into some ugly shit with this one. But, I guess I'll hold my breath. Yeah, this album is not very good. I don't like this album. I don't hate. Okay, so I don't hate Vampire Weekend. I'm not passionate about them. I think they're. I will say they're overrated, but a lot of people do give them shit. At the very least, used to give them shit, because like I know that even the debut album has its share of haters. Like, people don't really like their debut. Well, I mean, people like their debut a lot, but there are some people that don't really like their debut. I think it's solid, but I never really came back to it. Like, I've only listened to it one time. I think it's a little bit standard, a little bit generic indie rock from the 2000s. I appreciate the Houdini chorusing in the chat. That's honestly, I will never be against that. Hopefully that's the. It will be fun if we actually had some Eminem in this list. I highly doubt it, because I don't even think Pitchfork has said anything nice about Eminem in like over a decade. But it will be really fun if we had an album from him here. It will be surprising, I will say that, but it will be funny. No, yeah, but this album is not very good. I went in thinking like, okay, so this is their best received album. It's I think it's like even more liked than their debut. Like, this is one of the most liked albums of this year, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't think this album is very good. I feel like it's just basically Black Country New Road, like the kind of like the second album, Ants from Up There, like the kind of chamber pop thing that they were doing, but I don't know, a lot more neutered, a lot more boring. Like this album, I just think is, I don't think it's terrible, but I just think it's very boring. Like if it feels very like a lot of the charm, a lot of the grandiosity that Ends From Up There has. Like this album just, I don't know, it's not that it's not grandiose, but like it just feels something. I'm definitely very disconnected about it, and this, I don't know, this album just didn't really give me anything to latch onto. It's just, it's very mid. I don't really get this one, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll get it one day, but I don't like it. Okay, this is another album that I wait. Fly or Die, Fly or Die, Fly or Die, World War 20. Hey, what kind of title is that? Bless is floundering so hard. Hey man, I'm having fun. Bells, read your chat. I don't know who that channel is, unironically. Wait, Bladen, what channel are you talking about? I've heard 3 of this album so far, more than you. Wait, have you actually heard any of these albums, Bladen? Like, I mean, I've heard this album, but have you heard this or this? Like, for real, bruh? Put us on the stream, it will contribute a lot. Okay, maybe, Nenchi. But you guys, you know what? Fine, I'll do it. Just give me a sec. Let me go to the oh, Nenchi's already there. Okay.
Hang on, I think I might have a little bit of a messed up audio interface because I've been doing a little trolling tonight. Not trolling, but you know how it is.
Little trolling.
Little trolling. Anyway, I cannot see the thingy, the list. The list is as it is.
Oh, the list are. Wait, let me live stream it on the on Discord. I keep forgetting about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, a lot.
You've got a great server list. I just saw that on the stream. You know, it looks. You're in the best servers. You're in Uncle Bladen's one and only safe haven. You're in Nenchi's Crack Cathedral. You know, you're in the best of the best servers. The best, creme de la creme.
The best.
It's my favorite song of all time.
Yeah, same here actually. You can get better at
now.
That song's better than any of the albums that I mean, I haven't heard 2 of this, but like it's better than anything we've seen so far.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
I mean, I think Pitchfork so far is already floundering. Everything.
I mean, it's Pitchfork.
Yeah. Bladen says everything except Vampire. I guess it's kind of the opposite.
Well, then get on the stream, you silly goose.
I've heard Vampire, but I haven't heard the other 3. I don't even like. This is such a weird title. Like I'm not even offended by this album title, but Blatant.
Hey.
What's up? What's poppin'?
Did you see the part where I said the M word in chat?
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
he sounds so upset about it.
Listen. Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
It's well, okay. It wasn't actually. It wasn't me because I don't know who that channel is.
It's a good
Honestly,
point.
I don't. That's not even my B channel. I have a B channel. I can actually comment on my B channel here.
Yeah, that's Bladen Cocaine. As we all know, Bladen Cocaine, no relation to Uncle Bladen.
Oh no, I don't know because I do like Earl Sweatshirt type beats. You can find them. It's called Bladen OG actually, or OG Bladen is my YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
OG
I don't know
Bladen.
what Bladen Beats is. I think I was looking through it. It's like trap beats or something. I don't know. It doesn't make any
Trap
sense to me
beats.
whatsoever.
It's trap beats with AI cover art.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Well, what's funny is like, and not that I would know this from firsthand experience, but the AI cover art, Grim Reaper and like skeletons, dude, those pop off actually.
Really?
Not
Huh.
amazingly, not amazingly. I don't know how you get a beat to pop off amazingly because I haven't done that, but also I haven't done any of this stuff because this is all just stuff I'm saying. But
Exactly.
something about like, yeah, there are, and for a second there, it kind of got me thinking like, okay, well, there's some like AI prompts that one could theoretically put in that yield better results than other AI prompts. You know what I mean? So it's like,
True.
this doesn't make AI art, but it does, I feel like, involve some level of effort. I don't know. It's an interesting conversation to be had around there. It's an interesting conversation.
What's your opinion on Jamie Branch's album Fly or Die, Fly or Die, Fly or Die, Bladen?
Yeah, I haven't heard any of these albums so far, but hopefully, hopefully one of these.
Yeah,
I just know. I think one of these lists has fucking has a bunch of those shitty TikTok rappers that I despise with all of my person, and I need an excuse to rap.
This list is definitely
rape on them.
This list is definitely gonna have those. Like I just know it, because like
Eminem, right? Like Eminem.
Yeah, obviously.
No, it's not a TikTok rapper. That's just a white
but
rapper.
Eminem, wait, there's other rap.
I mean, it's hard to believe.
He's the guy.
I know he invented rap.
Yeah.
He's had like, I don't know how many albums in the 2020s. He's had a lot of albums in the 2020s.
He has three.
Yeah.
3 albums and 11.
Yeah, I mean more than anyone asked for. So it's like he's bound to be on this list, right?
Yeah.
I would argue that Eminem has more albums as a whole than anyone's ever asked for.
Why are they compiling the 2020s already? It's 2024.
Yeah,
we're not even halfway.
I was talking about that. Like, it will at the very least made sense if they waited at the very least to the end of the year. Like, do this in December or January. But like, no, it's just October.
But how
1st.
How else are they gonna promote the Taylor version?
So true.
Oh my, there's gonna be. Honestly, I wouldn't be. There's definitely gonna be at least one. I wouldn't really be surprised if there was 2 or 3 of this. But I guess we'll have to see.
Honestly, the best way, like, I feel like the litmus test for if someone's opinion should be discarded or not regarding music is not that other litmus tests don't exist and this is like the end all be all, but I feel like the best catch all to see if someone's like a Jewish grifter is to ask them what they think about Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
The Taylor version.
that's just the gist of it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, have you
You're a
guys?
Jewish grifter.
This album, oh my god.
I've seen this album. Yeah, no, it's just it's about as ugly as their political views.
Wait, have you heard this album actually?
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard neither this album or this artist. This album cover is.
It's crazy how they use an unedited photo of her face for the album cover.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, this is how. You remember how she was like, Never mind. Anyways, next album.
No, remember how she was like, "Can white people stop coming to my shows?" And that's like her entire audience.
She was like, I'm a slave up here. They're making me dance like a monkey. It's like, bro, you're getting paid people's like, you're getting paid the amount that people get paid in a year in like a month. You're not slaving.
Yeah, no, well, that's just the and all of her fans are just subservient to the white liberal mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they'll hear that, and they'll think it's like some deep, profound shit, and they'll continue to give this what do you call it? I'm not gonna say hate monger. That's a pretty strong word, but I guess just complete fucking racial dumbass platform. So that they can project their white guilt onto their interaction with their music. I guess that doesn't really make any sense.
If you remember, she wasn't even mad at white people at first. She was mad at black people.
Really?
You remember? Because it started off as her being really upset, like, and she was saying things like, black people, they need to come to my shows more. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. And everyone's like, I don't know, your ticket prices are pretty high, and also you're performing in like really really nice neighborhoods that aren't occupied by like more than like the token black guy who they let hang around for diversity's sake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, that's because I don't want to get shot. So actually, it's probably the white people's fault. And,
she's like female Kendrick. It's crazy.
Female
yeah, pretty much.
I almost said it. She's almost like Black Kendrick.
Oh my, jeez. I mean, I don't disagree, but
no, but I wouldn't even bleach her, honestly.
okay, hidden.
I'd hate Bleach.
Okay, wait a second. This is 2020's list. Why is there a 2019 album here?
That's a great question. And this looks like a bad album from the cover. What the fuck is that album cover?
Yeah, well, why a lot of these have bad album cover. I mean, okay, this one's I guess fine. I mean, yeah, bad album cover.
Well, it's this thing that's really hot right now, and it has been for quite a while. It's just where you make everything as ugly and unappealing as possible, and as well as ironic. Like, nobody can be sincere anymore. It's got to be like, they got to put the title, I know I'm Nenshi with a dot at the end of my name saying this, but it's got to be all lowercase, it's got to be all quirky, it's got to be all, you know, no effort, as unappealing as possible, because that's just what's cool right now. It's not cool to make art that looks or sounds good. It's cool to make art that is abrasive and just unaccessible to anyone, because it makes the people listening to it feel special, because
Mafia core.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely gonna see a lot of albums like that on the list, but I mean, I didn't know that translated over to the album covers. I mean, I guess like it translated over to like minimalistic album covers, like something like Brat, or I don't know. Like
well, Brat is it's prime example of what I'm talking about though, because it's literally just like it's like MS Paint green with like compressed pixelated text that just says Brat. It's like, I'm so quirky. I made my album cover in like 2 fucking seconds.
Especially the deluxe version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Brad, but it's not the same. But there's 3 extra songs or something.
Brat, and it's the same, but Brat, and it's the same, but there are 3 extra songs, so it's not the same.
Yeah, it's just.
I forget who makes this, but I think that they should be raped and murdered.
I mean, cause like that trend,
I agree.
That trend is already obnoxious in YouTube. Put it in an album is just like unforgivable. Like you should generally get.
Yeah, but Bells, you're not thinking 2024. Okay, Kamala's Brat.
Yeah. Do you think you fell out of a coconut tree, Bells?
I guess you make a good point.
Isn't that what she says? I don't fucking know. I don't keep up with politics.
I have no idea what
hey,
you're
another
talking about,
another N
There's
word.
something about Kamala Harris and coconut tree. I don't fucking know what it is though.
Another N word.
Yeah, here we go.
Here
we go. Here's more irony. It's more quirky irony. Get it? Get it? It's post-ironic.
Yeah.
It would be really funny if a white guy made this stuff.
Yeah. I know that would be really funny.
Definitely.
That's my take.
Yeah.
That's my take.
Yeah.
I think you can go next.
Also, yeah, I haven't heard neither this album. Like so far, I've only heard one album. I'm actually hoping that there's a. Oh. Okay, there's a minimalistic one here. Sure.
I'm gonna be entirely honest. Unless this list has Death of Slim Shady, Music to be Murdered by Side A, or Music to be Murdered by Side B, then I will not have heard any of these albums.
I mean, what more do you want?
Nothing.
I think he just laid out what he wants.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I want a new Eminem album.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I haven't heard this album either. This is another one of those minimalistic ones, I guess. Don't really. It's just. It's a tiring. Boring indeed.
Boring.
Okay, here's an album that I think we've all heard before. Call Me If You Get Lost.
Was this before or after Death of Slim Shady?
Before.
It was before.
Okay. And where is it relative to Side B?
Side B? Whoa.
Yeah.
We should get
Usually
Destiny
Murdered by
James
Side
from
B.
Miami Gardens, Florida on this stream to discuss this album. She really likes this album.
I like this album when I first heard it. It didn't really stuck with me on afterwards.
Let me be honest.
Lame. It's mid.
I've never heard a single Tyler the Creator song in full. because I avoid him and his associates like the fucking plague, because everybody I've talked to who's a hardcore Tyler the Creator fan is a complete fucking faggot.
Yeah.
Including
Yeah,
Destiny
pretty much.
James from Miami Gardens, Florida.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, I think she'd have a word or two to say about these people that you're calling out. However,
I mean, he has made.
this album's boring.
Yeah, this is kind of like I see it as like he's sick in a way, like, you know, kind of like an Earl Sweatshirt kind of situation where like the album before it was amazing, and then both of them, like, you know, Tyler and Earl just dropped a very mid follow up in this.
But he's
decade.
trying to give, because he didn't really rap on Igor, so he's trying to give, I guess, you know, he's trying to really reel it back in, kind of pay homage to like all of his styles and eras, and it's just boring and like insignificant. It's this one more than anything, because, you know, Igor didn't really suffer from feeling like a JPEG Mafia, what would you call it, autofellatio session. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this one, on the other hand, does feel like it's trying to be like overly big brain. It's very self-impressed, unlike Igor.
Yeah.
I feel so. You know, kind of just uninteresting.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I will agree. It's just that I don't remember a lot of this album, to be honest, because again, I never really had a desire to come back to it. But yeah,
There's some good songs, but they're not great. You know.
Yeah. To start,
Always.
I never heard this album. I guess this is a better album cover than a lot of the other ones, I guess. I mean, that's the only thing that I can say about this one. Have you guys heard this album?
No.
I've never even seen it in my life. No.
Oh yeah, I mean, me neither. I guess we can move on. Plung, I never. I guess this is. This album cover is weird. Like, is it supposed to represent? I don't know.
Why would I know? Why would any of us know?
I don't know. It reminds me
Yeah.
of something, but kind of an
The
ugly
Slender Man.
Slenderman. It is an ugly album cover, but at the very least, I guess this one doesn't suffer from the post-irony kind of thing that we were talking about. So I guess I can give it that.
It's called Plonk Bells.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what plonk
It
means.
does suffer from the post-irony.
Oh, what does plonk mean?
Nothing. It's just like a quirky, like, gibberish word. Next.
Exactly.
You're giving this one too much time of day.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I never. Have you? Yeah, we. I don't think we neither have heard this one before, right?
I've seen this, but I haven't heard it.
Do you know anything about it?
No.
I know people on Twitter liked it.
Okay, that's
But,
not good. Well, that's
so
not a
it's
good sign.
probably bad.
Yeah, it's not a good
Yeah.
sign. Space one. Yeah, I just. What is up with, like? I mean, I guess Pitchfork has always been like very
Jewish.
Yes, Jewish, but also like they've always been like very.
I'll say it like this:
okay.
they peaked when they gave that Jet album a review of the YouTube video of the monkey pissing in his mouth.
That is true. That is the best thing that Pitchfork has ever done. But I guess.
It's the only thing they've ever done good.
But I mean, I guess if I were to be a little bit nicer to them for a moment, I do appreciate that they've always been they've always been willing to show more obscure artists, like at the very least in a way to give them more attention. If that makes sense.
Oh,
like,
okay. You say that, but then Bells, I swear to God, if you look in every obscure artist who they're giving attention, just look at their last name on their Wikipedia page, okay?
Okay.
And there's a pattern, but we don't have.
There's
to
a
talk
difference
about it.
between good Mike Bladen and bad Mike Bladen. Bad Mike Bladen. He's a bit of a trickster. He's a bit unfiltered.
Well, Bad Mike Bladen. See, the thing about Bad Mike Bladen is I'm not even the real Bladen. I lied.
Really?
I lied. It's been me the entire time. Bladen cocaine, not Uncle Bladen. This entire time.
There is an imposter among us.
This is the dead. Of Uncle Bladen.
True, very true.
Yeah.
Until he gets on a good mic.
You should do an album where it's Bladen Cocaine versus Bladen. You do AI of your slightly younger voice. And put it over you rapping. Yeah.
Okay, so I never heard this album, but I will say this much: the artist name.
Yeah, the artist name is just more of the same ironic garbage. It's like,
Yep.
God, this is everything. This is all of music now. This is what music is now. It's really frustrating. I remember I was having a conversation with Brant and Tim, and I said I was being hyperbolic, you know, to a certain extent, but I said something to the effect of, irony is going to be the death of art. Obviously, there's no death of art. I think no matter what, there's always going to be good art being made. You just have to look for it. But I do think that in terms of mainstream music, mainstream art in general, this whole like irony crap, this like, people are like afraid to be sincere with their music. People are afraid to put themselves out there in a way that makes them like vulnerable, or really put anything out with anything that remotely pertains to them emotionally. They just want to put something out that I fucking hate it. You know, I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it so. I know I'm Nenchi. I know I'm Mr. Free Christian. So it's like it's pot me kettle. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I fucking hate it. I despise it.
I mean,
No, I completely agree.
I completely agree.
I think that it spells ugliness. I think it spells ugliness and insecurity.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Yeah.
Shame.
Definitely. I mean, honestly,
Tim was arguing that it's I think it was either Tim or Brant was arguing that it's not intrinsically linked, but I think that in this specific scenario, the lack of sincerity is really just filled. That void is filled with just irony, and I think that it's intrinsically linked in music these days because there's really just no music. I mean, you know, obviously I can't really say a blanket statement like that, but there's no mainstream music, or even less than mainstream music, that doesn't revel in being insincere and ironic, and it's really disgusting.
Well, Nenchi, I don't know if you heard about it, but there's an album that released not that long ago. Probably it was this year. It was a few months ago, maybe a couple months ago. It's called "The Death of Slim Shady."
You know, I heard about that. That really brought real hip hop back. You know.
Yeah. No, that was the real. That was
because
the
there's
real.
a song on there. There's a song on there called "Somebody Save Me." It has famous rapper, famous fat Jelly Roll. And in it, he says he's really speaking some real truth. He's talking to his daughter. He's saying he's sorry that he missed her first podcast. You know, that's really just we're bringing real hip hop back. We're bringing sincerity and vulnerability back in music. So I really got to respect that. You really got to you got to love it.
Exactly. I completely agree. Let's go to the next album.
Yeah.
You're wasting time.
I've
I've heard this album.
You've heard this album? Well, what do you think?
I have heard this album.
Any
I
remember.
I have not revisited it. Really ever, actually. There might be some songs I still recognize from it, but I'm not gonna lie, it left zero impression. I went through I think it was early. Yeah, it was earlier this year. It was like towards the beginning of this year. I went through like a rage phase. An opium phase.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Why would you admit that publicly?
Because the production I really liked. And
we need Destiny James's opinion.
It's just like, I don't know why you would listen to Ken Carson whenever like Lancey Foe exists. Like it makes no sense to me. I don't understand why you would listen to like anything post Die-Lit Playboy Cardi whenever Lancey Foe exists. Like it makes no sense to me. And also, I feel like Frogman also filled that void. You know, Frogman has not too similar production, but it kind of like hits the same spot, I guess. I don't know. No, this album, I remember it being fine. Like, yeah.
I see. I mean, I'll say this much. I like the album cover. It's like kind of like it, but I guess we can go with the next one. I mean, yeah. I mean, so far I've only heard one of these, and this is definitely not one of them. This looks like a country album. Pastel.
It looks like a 2011 lyric video.
Yeah. It looks like that one Chainsmokers music, like lyric video, like the one for Closer.
It doesn't even look like country. It looks like early 2010s hipster folk revival. You know what I'm talking about? Like Lumineers type shit. Oh, dude, that was the worst era to be alive. That was the worst era to be alive. Not only in the entire world, or not the entire world, but in America, but specifically in Colorado, because that's where they're from. The Lumineers and a lot of those shitty folk revival acts, and it was not fun because all the music is complete garbage. Fucking all of it sucks.
That checks out.
It's not even worth being nostalgic over. It's just bad.
I mean, again, I haven't heard this. Dude, there's just so many albums here that I wouldn't expect any in, because I've heard like over like 100 albums from like this decade, maybe even like over 150. Like I've been keeping up, and so far, I mean, I'm glad that they're giving more attention to more obscure artists, but like, man, this is not making for good content.
No, I mean, I knew it wouldn't. I knew it wouldn't. I don't know if I said it wouldn't. So that's on me, but I knew it wouldn't.
I guess I will say it will definitely get more interesting later on, because again, we're like at the start of the list, but we'll have to see.
I mean, at the very least, I don't mean to suck my own dick or anything like that, but the presence of me and Bladen, at least we have. I think it's interesting banter, to a certain extent. I don't know.
It's talking about, you don't have anything to talk about, you bring up the death of Slim Shady. It's tried and true formula.
So true.
Perhaps.
Or the Jews. I've been bringing up the Jews a lot here.
Forever, ya girl. I mean, I don't like the vibe that this one is giving me, to be honest. I've also
what does the bleachometer say?
Well, I can't really tell. I can't really see this woman in a very flattering light. I can't give a fair and balanced bleachometer rating, unfortunately.
Okay. Fair.
Pio. This one
never heard of it.
Arrived in the first months of the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay. Yeah, never. I don't know. I don't really have anything to add for this one. God damn it, Pitchfork.
Just scroll past. Just scroll.
Have we met? We have not met. We definitely.
Oh, that's a zinger. That's a zinger right there.
Yeah.
RX Posse.
Foreign exchange. I've never heard of this. You guys heard of this or not?
You'll love to see him here. I have heard of it. I have not heard it though.
Okay, Woman in Music Part. I don't like this title.
Bells, can you do me a favor really quick?
Yeah.
Don't scroll. Don't use the little up or down keys. But can you press Control F and then type in TikTok?
Oh.
That's a good question.
Well, there's 4 mentions.
How many results? Just 4? That's shocking. That's shocking.
Apparently okay. It is a sort of verbal exorcism, the haunting opener 12 Stroud Street, beloved by a new generation of TikTok brain rap fans. They're trying their best to be nice. Pulls back. They're recording on this arrangement. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, I've not heard of this album before. It doesn't.
Yeah, me neither.
Doesn't look good. Okay. Oh, hey, but
Lil Uzi Vert.
Uzi. I never heard this album, but I think I've heard a few songs from it. I guess the songs that I've heard from this album are not the worst thing I've heard. I guess to an extent I can see the appeal of Uzi at the very least before, I guess the album after. But I mean, I don't think this is best albums of all time material. At the very least from what I've heard.
I mean, no, not at all. I don't think that. I don't know. I've never got the appeal of Uzi, but like I said, it is some people's cup of tea. Not my cup of tea, and I can't imagine this album is 78 on a best of a decade list. And if it is, that's pretty sad, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna get a lot worse from there. So, for now, I'm willing to be a little bit positive because, again, we're talking about a low standard, but.
Yeah.
Oh, Jewel.
What the fuck is this?
Okay, I don't know this album, but I know the artist. I will say, like, this artist. I've heard one of her albums. It's actually pretty good. I like the 20s.
I'm back.
Hi, Bladen.
Yeah, Bladen. Bladen, do you have any thoughts towards there was this Uzi album right here.
I thought it sucked. I was extremely disappointed by this album. I was under the impression that other people came to that same conclusion too, so I'm very surprised to see it on here.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying I don't think I've never really gotten the appeal of Uzi. I guess he is some people's cup of tea, as I think I was word for word saying earlier. But I can't imagine any of his newer projects, because from what I've heard, he hasn't been doing too hot lately. I can't imagine one of his later projects would be worth a 78 placement on any top of a decade list.
Yeah.
Recently, I think he started dressing up like a girl, and then he got a diamond attached to his forehead.
Huh.
I don't know if y'all heard about that.
I've not heard.
I don't keep up.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, that is true. Well, I don't think it stayed, because obviously I don't think you can have a surgically attached diamond to your forehead. But for a little while, he had that.
Well, isn't Lil Uzi Vert like non-binary now? Isn't that something that happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. No, but this I do like this artist. I hate this album cover though. Like, this album cover is awful. But like the album
it's ugly 2010's core.
Yeah, but like the album that I've heard from this artist, like, cause like this artist is very dream pop, but also very, I guess, I don't know, electronic, and I don't know, like, from what I've heard from her, like the album that I've heard, I think she's pretty good. And maybe this album is not as good, but I don't know. I guess I'll probably give them a bone here. That's what I've not heard of this. Have you guys heard of this?
No, not at all. Not worth talking about.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay, this is Radiohead's side project. Yeah, The Smile. Bladen has heard the Smile album before, for Latest Sundays. Do you remember, Bladen?
Not this one though.
Yeah. It was a Wall of Ice. This is their debut album, and I don't know. It is a pretty good debut. Like, honestly, I'm glad that people say that they're confused because why did Radiohead have to make a side project? Why didn't they continue with Radiohead? But I don't know. Honestly, like, The Smile feels like a completely different project from Radiohead. So I don't know. It has never really bothered me.
Yeah, instead of making bad music, they make worse music.
I like them. I like this album. I like everything else they've made. I think that they still got it in a way. But honestly, but on a decade as rough as this one, I'm willing to appreciate good music, even if that good music is very extra introvert shit. But whatever.
Instead of bad music, they made evil music.
Helado Negro. Is this a Spanish artist? I don't know.
It would appear so.
Yeah, because this artist is Spanish. Yeah, Helado Negro. That translates to black ice cream. I'm
gonna be honest. At first, I didn't hear Spanish. I thought you said, "Is that a fetish artist?"
That rocks.
Oh man, that's maybe I gotta be more aware of my English.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a fetish artist made it on this list. Are there any pent up pop albums? Because that would probably make this list. That could make this list. What are your thoughts, Bladen?
I don't know. I don't know about the artist himself, but I think that Tylenol Jones is a really good remix of that one song that they did.
Yeah, I agree. That should be on the top, 200 songs of the decade so far? I think that should be on there.
No, but Tylenol Jones is a very famous anti-Semitic. They would never.
Yeah, that's very true.
Never heard of this. Are you guys?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Remember your North Star. This looks like a Beyonce wannabe. I don't know, like, I don't know that she's
because it's a black woman.
I don't know, like, it has a. Actually, I cannot really. I don't have a good argument about this. It's just.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Keep going.
Maybe. Never heard of this. Have you guys heard of this before?
No.
No.
Okay. Oh, fuck off. The 1975 sucks. Why are they including the 1975 in here? What's wrong with Pitchfork? I mean, there, a lot of wrong is wrong with Pitchfork, but like... fuck it, like...
Look up and see if they're Jewish.
Like, the 1975 is very ARTV court, and honestly, that's... I mean, I know that's me being biased.
So they're amazing is what you're saying. So they put them too low.
Well, it's a complicated thing. I don't know, because I don't know. I don't like the 1975. I never heard this album.
Wait,
like,
so like being funny in a foreign language, is that like when an album sounds really good if you don't speak English? Is that what that's kind of like? Bells, any comment?
Wait. What were you
Relapse? Does Relapse sound good? Is that like Relapse sounding good?
I knew that's where it was going.
Oh.
Nancy, you have no idea. The big smile that was on my face whenever I realized. It's so awesome.
Oh, this is a good album.
Bells, don't ever use that tone of voice again. That was the most disgusting, like, fucking jolt of excitement I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I mean, hey, at the very least, I did it in the 69, number 69.
That's even worse.
No,
Why did you bring attention to that?
Jesus. Okay, you know what? For that one, we don't pay any attention. We just go.
No, blatant. No, yeah, this is a good album.
Yeah, go. No,
it doesn't
go.
matter. It doesn't matter. Just keep going. Just
I
keep
think
going.
you guys should even listen to it. I think you'll like it. This is it's a very good. What was it? Was it a screamo album? I think it was a screamo
Very
album.
good pop punk, not metalcore album.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's not
keep going.
metalcore.
Okay.
Wait, you said it's a screamo album?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm saying this is a really good album,
Because
but I've
there's
only
no
heard it
such
one
thing.
time. I don't know.
There's no such thing as good screamo. Keep going.
I disagree, but with a hammer. Never heard of this. The hammer face. Jesus Christ.
Wait, let me see. Hold on. Let me zoom in. I'm on phone.
No, the hammer face.
Yeah. I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. Oof. Oh.
All right, at 10 o'clock I leave. I leave in 10 minutes.
Oh, look!
Okay.
Look
There it
we
is.
have here Taylor Swift.
There we go.
I predicted it. I mean, very easy prediction, but I mean, there you go. Folklore. Boring shit. I've heard this album with Howard before. It's boring. It's very boring. And but I think Taylor Swift. I think we can all agree that what she represents in music, especially this decade, and how the media has been, I don't know, giving him attention in some very weird ways. I think it sucks. That said, I think I guess this is one of her better albums. That's the nicest thing that I can say about it.
Have you seen that video of her crying about Kamala Harris?
No,
Oh, what? Really?
I have not. I know she endorsed Kamala Harris.
Yeah, but she does it through tears.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. No, it's really funny.
City on My Back. Never heard this.
Who
Me
cares?
neither. Who cares? Keep going.
Yeah. Jeff Parker, Mondays at the...
Can we just go until we find something interesting instead of stopping for each one, honestly?
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, there's only so many different ways
Alright.
we can say the.
Okay, I'm gonna keep
And
going.
I have to leave in 9 minutes.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. If there's an album that you guys have heard about, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay. Nah, never heard of this.
Nope.
You
Never
can
heard
go
of
without
this.
saying it every time.
Oh,
I'm-
the microphones. Okay, this.
I've heard.
Okay,
I've heard.
the
Oh,
microphones.
shut up. Keep.
No. Shut up. This is one of my. This is an amazing album.
Don't tell me what to do. Go back to Chief Keef. I heard the Chief Keef album.
Who
Oh.
cares about the microphones?
I care about the microphones. But
Exactly. Who
Bladen,
cares about the
But
microphones
Bladen,
when we've heard Chief Keef? Now, I know Ninchi's heard this album because we did a listening party for it together.
Yeah. Everyone was there except for Bells. Everybody in Tim's server was there.
Yeah,
thoughts?
I know. What I like about this album the most is that it's the album title's an Eminem reference.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember before.
You know, I like
called
this. I
Nem.
like this album a lot. If I were to be honest, my track highlights on this album would have to be like Fuel. Fuel is pretty good. Antichrist. Antichrist had some good lines. Wasn't really feeling.
Like the guest feature on Antichrist, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was an okay album. I liked it a lot, though. It really made me think. It made me put on my thinking hat. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a concept album, you know.
Exactly.
A genius one at that.
Well, Bladen, have you ever considered this? Have you ever considered listening to the album backwards? If you listen to the album backwards, it's actually Slim Shady coming back and taking over Chief Keef.
That's. You know what? I never thought to do it that way. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. That is awesome. Thank you for your advice.
You're so welcome.
So,
Okay, we can talk about your Gay Microphones album now.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This is. I like the I like the microphones. I think this is one of the most unique. Bladen, I think you like this one, to be honest. I think. Because like this
I don't
is.
like microphones.
Bells, I think you're more of a microphones fan than you let on.
Well, no, I love the microphones. Honestly, I've even in my channel I've actually talked about them before. I think they're a great band, and honestly, again, for a decade as tired as this one, good music should always be, appreciated. And I think this is good music. I think this is not only good music,
That's why we should talk about that.
but very forward-thinking music. But
What
honestly,
did Pitchfork give Death of Slim Shady?
like I don't know, like a 4 point something. I don't remember it.
No, well, they can't give it anything less than like a 9.
Oh, Bladen, this reminds me. Speaking of Antichrist, you want something that'll blow your fucking mind?
Okay.
The first verse on the entire album, Renaissance. That's from Antichrist OG. He used that much of Antichrist OG 2005. I put that together. No, it is. Dope Edit confirmed. He confirmed that's from Antichrist.
Dude, that's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's not even just the natural parts. There's even some of the AI parts are also like up until he says let's dirty into the mind of a hater. Like I guess according to Dope Edit, he like AI'd that for stylistic reasons. I don't know why he would do that, but apparently like the first 24 bars are from Antichrist OG.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That is awesome. Why would he AI it though? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm assuming he says some fuck shit that he wanted to cover up, perhaps. You know, that's my theory. It's my conspiracy theory. Okay, why are we stuck on this album, Bells? This is not interesting.
I was gonna talk about the title because the title pisses me off.
I mean, yeah, duh. Next topic.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, so are you in talks with the guy, or do you hear this from somewhere else?
Well, I was talking with Matt. I've not contacted Dope Edit, which I would, but I don't want to stir the pot. I don't want to rock the boat. But Matt was talking on one of your streams lately. Not one of your streams. I think it was one of the after stream VCs, and he said that Antichrist OG is about Michael Jackson, and then it flicked like a light switch in my brain, and I was like, wait a minute, he's talking about Michael Jackson on the first verse of Renaissance. And those are similar BPMs. Those are similar tempos. I wonder if. And then I started doing some digging, and I found out that people have the exact same idea, and they were talking to Dope Edit about it, and they've confirmed that is from Antichrist 2005.
That's so crazy. That's so
really
crazy.
is. Anyway, I don't really care about Blade / Echo 2K. I think this is rap music for people with their brains surgically removed.
Well,
Okay.
Here's the thing. I've actually never heard Blade before, but I've heard the other artists. And I think the other artist is also not very good. I think, it's not the worst music in the world from what I've heard.
It's just underground. You wouldn't get it. It's underground. Go listen to Jay-Z, you old head.
So true.
Oh, Bjork. I wasn't okay.
They made an album for you old heads this year. It's called Death to Slim Shady.
I wasn't expecting a Bjork album to appear on the list. That's surprising. I actually never heard Bjork pass Vespertine, to be honest, but I don't know. This is
the album art's ugly.
It is kind of ugly, but I don't know. I like Bjork, and from what I've heard, she never really fell off that hard. So I don't know. I guess I can appreciate the inclusion of this, even though I've never heard this before. But oh, hey, this is a good album. This is a very good album actually. This is like I know you guys don't like how it's gonna sound, but like it's kind of like a woman.
Does it have good texture? Oh, my bad. All apologies.
This album does unironically have a lot of songs with great textures, like not even in the meme ways. Just it definitely has like a very unique production. Also, like there's some songs here that kind of have like a bit of a Radiohead-esque kind of sound, and I know that doesn't sound good to you guys, but it sounds good to me. I like. I think I've talked about one of the songs from this album in one of my videos. Midnight Sun, yeah, that song is a great song. If any of you guys, if anyone watching the stream hasn't heard Midnight Song, I recommend you listen to it. It's a great song. But yeah, this is a great album.
I think your 2 viewers will go check them out.
I don't know. Never heard of this. Never heard of this before either. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest. I like this album. I think Dua Lipa is one of the better pop artists of this decade. Like, I don't know, like the singles from this album
This is a song with Houdini, right? This one has Houdini, right? It's fucked up that that Dua Lipa would steal a song idea from Eminem. That's so fucked up. I can't co-sign this personally.
You guys are
No, it's not you guys. It's just me. I take full accountability for my actions. It's just me.
Honestly, this is kind of a little bit too much Eminem. I can't believe I'm saying this, but a little bit of too much Eminem.
I'm a little too much of an Eminem fan than I let on? Is that what you're saying, Mills?
Honestly, at this point, yeah, because like at this point we're talking about good pop music, not even weirdo shit, not even introvert weirdo music. We're talking about good pop music, and you're like, a Houdini, come on, Nancy. Like we gotta.
Cause I had to. We gotta funny.
We gotta chill on the.
She has a song called Houdini. I can't not make that reference.
You know what? Fair enough. It's just okay. Maybe I'll forgive you.
I had to. It's funny.
Yeah. This is a good album. Oh,
Bladen, get in. Bladen, get in.
Dude.
I know it's 10. You gotta get in the game, Bladen.
Bladen, buddy.
Oh my god.
Dude.
I found the original Antichrist from 2005.
Really?
What are you guys talking about?
Look at the stream, Bladen.
It's a convincing. Well, it's not the original, but it's like a snippet. But it sounds pretty convincing. I sent it to Ninchi.
Okay.
Really?
She's probably the only person who cares.
Bladen, look at
It
the stream.
sounds. It sounds convincing.
Yeah.
I think Embis was making a couple fake snippets of it, but I made my own fake snippet because I'm autistic.
What a bastard! I hate Imbus.
Bladen, what do you think of this album?
Hold on. Hard hearing, not sped up. Okay. Anyways, what are you?
Check us out, Bladen.
Yeah. Check this out.
Yeah. I'm gonna be entirely honest. I was not rooting for Pitchfork. I called them Jews. I said a bunch of awful, horrible things about them. You know what? They were in their bag. This one. They were in this bag with this one. I think, ladies and gentlemen, what this means, it can mean nothing more than 20 trillion directly to Israel for all the statements that I made previously.
Yeah.
On this live stream.
Also,
This is probably the best thing. This is the best album. It's disappointing seeing it at number 52. It should have been number 1. We'll see what they put above this, and then I'll be able to say if I'm mad or not.
Well, let's take a look.
But they were cooking here. They were cooking here.
It's kind of funny. I used to be very dismissive towards Bad Bunny, and now, while we're reacting to this list, I'm like, it feels refreshing to see this album more than probably anything else that has been appearing so far. So maybe Bad Bunny has always been for there for us, even if I try to deny it, and maybe I'll owe Bad Bunny an apology. This is probably a good time to apologize to Bad Bunny, my full redemption.
We should have been nicer to Bad Bunny.
So true.
The Bunnyton.
Well, they're already.
Okay, well, you know what? Now I'm mad.
Yeah,
now I'm mad again.
Yeah, this is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is not a very good album. I've heard this album. Like, I will say this much: I'm willing to re-listen to it because I think I probably. I think it might grow on me if on future listens. Like, I feel like I probably miss out on something.
It won't. It's just bad. Especially above Bad Bunny really makes me mad. Really, I'm extremely upset over this.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree.
But like, yeah, I'm gonna have to leave. There's no coming back from this take. Anyways,
can we get Joso on?
Is Joso still in the chat?
Joso, you still there? Joso, you want to get on, man? I don't think he's still here. So sad.
Yeah. I was saying that I'm willing to listen to this album because I think I might like it more in future listens, but still, this is so far, it's not a good take to have this above the one and only Un Verano Sin Ti.
I'm surprised that the Weeknd album has made it this far on the list, or on the list at all, considering the fact that I thought the Weeknd was very much a product of the mid 2010s. I thought he would have phased out by the 2020s.
I mean, Blinding Lights was huge this decade, so.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to the Weeknd, but I thought he was definitely of that time period. But I guess by some absolute grace of Satan, he's still alive. He's still out there making music.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean,
so sad.
Honestly, After Hours is a good album. I will say that much. I never heard this, but Shouldn't Be a Bob, Bad Bunny.
Yeah, no, that goes for all the albums.
Oh my god.
We gotta get Tim on here.
We gotta get Tim
on here so we can sing its praises.
Yeah. Honestly, Nenchi, you should DM Tim right now.
You know, honestly, I don't really have anything against 100 Gex as a group, but I do have a lot against what they represent, because they represent the irony-pilled music I was talking about. That's what they really kicked off, because I don't have any doubts. Like Tim was saying, you know, I haven't really heard a whole lot of 100 Gex, so I can't really speak on this particular subject. But from what I've heard, they do have some sincerity in their music. So, you know, I don't really have an issue with them musically, perhaps because, you know, they're doing their own thing. But all the copycats that followed them suck and represent the decline of music as a whole.
I completely agree, because like at first, like when I heard 100 Gex, I was like, okay, you know what, maybe I like this hyper pop genre, maybe there's some potential with this, some future with this.
No.
And then as time went on, like every single time I've heard the new hyper pop album, the more it started to lose on me, and to the point where like I hate the genre. Like honestly, I'm so exhausted by this genre, because again, yeah, it does represent a lot of the post-irony kind of obnoxious trend that it's being plugged in music, and it's definitely applied to hyperpop as well.
Yeah,
it definitely peaked with 100 Gex, honestly.
And what's most offensive is how many of these like production styles have leaked over into what they call underground rap now. It's really frustrating how like there's you know, they'll argue that there's a million different subgenres that differentiate them from each other, but the overlap between shitty hyperpop and shitty TikTok rap is so blurred. It's disgusting. It's sickening. I bet these guys. Yeah, actually, they can't really speak. But if I were these guys, I would feel like the Oppenheimer photo of the Oppenheimer man, and he's looking pretty disheveled about his creation, the bomb. That's really all I got to say about 100 Gex.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Yeah. Definitely. Never heard of this album before. I think I've heard of
No, me neither.
Dean Blonde though, but I don't really have anything to say about Dean Blonde.
Oh, he's like I think he's like really fat. I might be getting him mixed up with somebody else. Let me look up a photo of him. Oh no, different guy.
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking of Dave Blunt.
Mad
Dave
Days.
Blunt. He's the fat guy.
Yeah, never heard of this before.
Me neither.
Kim Gordon.
Kim Gordon.
2019 record. So far we had 2 2019 records in a 2020's list. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. Like, do they have any excuse? Do they have any reason? No, they don't have. They don't have any reasons.
Yeah. No, that's pretty blatantly not the 2010s, or in the 2020s, I should say. That is the 2010s. I don't know why the hell this qualifies. Is this because you're really just reaching for albums to put on this list? You can't conjure up 100 albums from the last 4 years, really? But no, I have never heard this album. But from what I've heard, Kim Gordon is kind of she likes to sniff her own farts. I shouldn't really use that analogy around you. I apologize, but she seems like a very pretentious person, which you know how that is. I don't know. Not a big fan of Sonic Youth post Dirty, so I can't really speak.
Yeah, I mean, I do disagree with Sonic Youth has been, in my opinion, good for almost in the entire run, but I never heard any of the members' solo projects. So
I think I listened to the what was the one, the 1994 album. I don't remember what it was called, but that one was I don't know, didn't really leave an impact on me, and I'd never heard anything past that.
Have you heard Watching Machine?
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, because I think that's probably my favorite from them, but never heard of this one before. Natural Brown Prom Queen. Oh, okay. This one's weird because like I remember liking this album when I first heard it, but it has not stuck with me at all. I barely even remember how this one sounded like, to be honest, but I don't know, maybe it is still good. I'll have to re-listen to it. Oh, hey, okay, this is a good album. This is actually a really good album. This is from I think a Brazilian record. It's
really?
like it's like very how do I put this? It's very Brazilian, like my brain is I don't know why I'm forgetting the name of the genre, but this is a very good album. I think this is an album that I think anyone can get behind on, to be honest, because like it is very timeless.
I'll take your word for it.
It is very timeless.
Yeah. Huh. That's always a good attribute in this day and age when everything is seems to be chasing some kind of trend that does not age well within the coming months of its release.
Yeah. I've not heard this album, but I've heard this guy's other album, and I will say this guy again. It's kind of like a Jewel thing where like I think I like his music. I think that it's definitely also in a way timeless. I don't know. It's definitely very unique. Maybe this album is also good, but I don't know.
Can't say I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Cannot say I've heard of it.
I never heard of this before.
No, me neither.
Never heard of this before. Hey, look at the.
No. Yeah, no, don't speak. Not this either.
Neither this one's. God, terrible album cover. Terrible album cover.
Terrible album title. I know I'm funny, haha. That's that's a cork chungus if I've ever heard one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God damn. She's so quirky and different, you guys.
Hey, a cartoon.
I've heard good things. Yeah, no, I've heard good things about this album. I've heard some pretty good things from some pretty good friends of mine. So maybe one day I'll check it out. But as of right now, I can say nothing about it.
Yeah, is this like...
so sad.
Have you heard what genre this is?
No, I have not, actually. It seems to be a hip-hop/rap album, if I'm to be taking this description as anything to go off of.
I see.
But I do like the album cover. It is very colorful. It's very, I like that. In a world where everything just is very ugly, it's cool to see an illustrated, cartoony album cover.
Yeah,
I think that's a lost art.
I completely agree. I do like this album cover as well. This album sucks. This album's boring. But I think Hillel makes it like this is for me probably the definition of like wet bread music. Because like this is not even a terrible album. It's just very mid. It's just very like very surface level for me. I didn't really get.
Looks like it.
Yeah, didn't really get anything out of this one. Never heard of this one before. Never heard of this one before either. Okay. This is one of the what was it? Hyperpop wannabe. I mean, I guess I will say this much. Aside from 100 Gex, I guess Jane Remover is the second best hyperpop artist. Like I don't actually hate Jane Remover because like he's definitely one of the more I guess earnest at the very least like non-ironic obsessed like I guess hyperpop artists. If that makes sense. Like there's definitely some genuine artistry with this guy's music. But I don't know, this album is okay. I mean, I used to like it more back then. I listened to it like not too long ago, like about a year ago, and it hasn't held up as well. And I think that's mainly because I don't think hyperpop is the correct genre to do this kind of music. Like I feel like this should have been more like I don't know, dream pop or I don't know, electronic music or I don't know. It's just hyperpop is not the correct genre to do this kind of music, in my opinion.
I know some of these words. Pooh in chat says, listen to Jim Legacy. Okay. I will take my music recommendations from a man named Pooh.
Never heard of this
We got
album.
6 viewers.
Yeah, 6 viewers.
Nice.
Not
bad.
Yeah. Never heard of this one. Have you heard anything from this one, Minchi?
No, not at all.
Okay. Yeah, and haven't heard this one before?
No, not at all.
Okay, I've heard
Not at all.
Okay, I've heard this one. This is one that I'm planning to listen to because, like, I remember thinking this one was mid, but I think I know Howard really likes this one, and I don't know. I think that I think the problem was that I probably went in expecting something different with this album, and I got out something completely different, and maybe that was my beat, but I'm willing to listen to this album. Maybe it will get better. And I don't know, like, even that aside, I think this is one of the more, I guess, admirable picks on this list. It's not a bad album, I will say this much.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it.
Mr. Morale.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody hand him a Grammy.
Yeah. I'm surprised this one isn't higher because like this one's weird because like I remember this album came out and a lot of people were like lukewarm towards the album, and then later on people decided to eat it up for some reason. Like it got like this immediately I don't know, like people suddenly started to call it one of his best works, and I don't really see that at all. I think this album is, I mean, better than Damn, but I don't know, a lot of it feels like Kendrick on autopilot, and I can definitely admire like a lot of the themes that he's approaching here. Like this definitely feels there's still some sense of earnesty to this album that I guess I do appreciate to an extent, even some very good songs, but I think compared to Good Kid or T-Pop, this doesn't hold a candle at all. And I don't think this is I don't think this album is top 100 worthy.
I've never heard it, but I'm inclined to believe because I don't know. Everything, I'm not going to say everything up to a certain point because I'm not that well versed in Kendrick's life / discography, but I know that he's become very pretentious as of late. I don't even think it's as of late. I think he's just been pretentious for a minute, but from what I heard, this album was really setting that in stone musically. Him just kind of being up his own ass and just very pretentious. So
yeah.
That's what I've gathered from my very shallow understanding of this album. Again, never heard it, but
honestly,
that's what I've gathered.
I think that started off with Damn. I think this album has less of that, but I can still see some of the lasting results in Mr. Morale. Never heard of this album. The album cover is definitely interesting, but okay, this one's good, I suppose. I don't really care that much for Jessie Ware, but this is a decent enough pop album. I can definitely see the appeal of it. I can definitely, even though I don't really relate, I don't really feel that passionate about it, I can understand putting this on the list. It makes sense.
Never heard of it.
Oh, okay. This is
Never heard of this either.
This is a really good album, actually. I like this album a lot. I think this is one of the Low has been an artist that has been on music for a while. Like they're like a 90s artist, and Hey What was like a bit of a comeback at the very least in quality, from what I've heard. I don't know. This is a really good album. Like I think this is very eerie, very kind of has a bit of a existential tone to it. It's definitely unique.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, never heard of this. God Save the Animals. Interesting combination of album cover and title, but never heard of this. What is
Oh,
it?
here we go.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Sexy Red at not 23. Oh, culture is dead. Culture is
dead.
over for us as Western society, Western civilization. It's over. It's so Jover. It's never been more Jover.
Yeah. Honestly, I agree.
I'm surprised you're out of the loop with the Sexy Red mythos. But no, I'm surprised that's missed you. Perhaps it's because you're not as locked in with the hip hop music. But basically, this is a lady who's as is very commonplace with mainstream female rap artists, has basically gotten her career off of shaking her ass. And the thing is that she's not even particularly attractive. Like, sure, her whole image is that she's very ghetto, she's very low class, and I guess that playing that up to a certain extent is interesting. But the fact that she's gotten so far with a career out of just doing that is astonishing, and says a lot about our culture as a whole, as is evident by the fact that it's on 23 on the top 100 albums of the 2020's. I keep saying 2010s. I mean to say 2020's list.
Yeah.
It's very sad. It's very disheartening.
Yeah. I mean, I never heard of this artist, but I don't like that album cover at all. But I feel like by the album cover and title alone, this stuff I can somewhat see what this album is. I don't know. It kind of gives me a very bad vibe.
Yeah, as it should. As an album titled "Hood's Hottest Princess" probably should.
Yeah, never heard of this. Erotic probiotic too. Never heard of this, but yeah, this looks interesting, I guess.
Sounds a little bit quirky irony core. I can't lie.
Fountain Baby. Never heard of this before. Leaping from highlight to Afropop. Oh, this is apparently Afropop, huh?
Huh.
Too sleazy,
Interesting.
too sexy. Never heard of this.
Never heard of it.
Okay, I haven't listened to this album, but I think I know this was like a critical darling in 2021. Like this is, I don't know, maybe I'll check it out at some point, but it never looked that interesting to me.
Can't blame you. Does not look very interesting.
Okay. From what I've heard from this album, I've heard good music from this. Like I've heard some songs and I think I really like them. But going back to my 29 point, why is there a 2019 album in the 2020s list? In fact, this makes even less sense because I remember reading Pitchfork's like 2010's list, and this album was on their 2010's list. Like they're included in both the 2010s and the 2020s. Like it doesn't make any sense. Why is there?
No, not at all.
Why is this on here? Like this is probably a good album. Like honestly, I'll be willing to listen to this album because I think from what I've heard, it's really good. But then again, this is 2010s. It doesn't count. It's just why?
Yeah, no. I think that, like I said earlier, I think that they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel, and they don't have enough albums to really warrant being on a top albums of the 2020s list so far. Which goes back to Bladen's point about why the hell are they making a list like this in 2024 when we're not even halfway through the decade? It's just really interesting. I want to know what the thought process was over at Pitchfork.
Oh, I mean, fair enough, Beck. Never heard this album, but I mean, I've heard Lana Del Rey. I've heard the Norman freaking what was it at the 2019 album?
Norman fucking Rockwell.
Yeah, that album is really good. Like, generally amazing album. Honestly, one of the best 2010s albums, maybe. From what I've heard, this album is not as good as that one, but I think I still heard that it was good. I'll be willing to listen to it at some point, but I don't know. Like, even at that, this is probably a little bit too high on the list. Like, I can understand this being on the list, but like, not this high. But whatever.
Perhaps.
Oh, okay. Oh, so this is a really good album. Okay. This is yeah, Blue Rep. This is probably on my top 10 of this decade. Honestly, this is a really good album. This is very sunshiny, very really good, like shoegazy pop. That I think it's worth a listen.
Interesting.
Okay, never heard this album, but I've heard of Billy Woods. I mean, I wish I had something to say about Billy Woods, because I know that Billy Woods is a very prominent artist. Like, I know that a lot of people like Billy Woods. He's like almost to the same extent as even Jepic Mafia or I don't know, Tyler the Creator, when it comes to like rap artists that people like to talk about. But I never heard of him. Oh, I never heard any of his albums, so cannot really speak much.
Yeah, I've heard generally good things about him. I haven't heard really a whole lot from him, but I've heard that he's pretty critically acclaimed within the online rap community, which, you know, as we all know, isn't exactly a marker of good quality. They really do overhype a lot of artists and albums that really, in all reality, suck. So it's not really an accurate thing to go by. But I'd be willing to give him a chance later in the future. You know.
Yeah.
I'm open-minded to him.
Suntop. Never heard of this.
No, me neither.
This album kind of okay. This album doesn't suck, but why is it in here? I don't like this album that much. It's fine. It's like, I don't know. Again, this is pop music that I feel like, I don't know. It feels a little bit too generic, a little bit too. I don't even know how to describe it, but I mean, I know people like this album, but this high, I don't understand. I don't think it's deserving of that much acclaim, but whatever. Oh, okay. The album is really good. This is honestly not only one of the best albums of this decade, but one of the most timeless as well. Like, when it comes to trends that I don't like about this decade, like, you know, the post irony, the TikTok fragments of the song kind of thing. Like, even a lot of how communities react to music coming out, you know, lately. This album like avoids every single plague. Like, this album feels like it came from a different decade, because it's honestly just genuinely really good, and just really it feels very intimate. It feels very, very passionate.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Can't say I've heard of it though.
Never heard of. Okay, we're approaching the top 10, and so far, I mean, I've not heard of this before. I don't know what this is.
Me neither.
Neither have I heard of this. Okay.
No, me neither.
This is
Uh-oh.
That album cover it's quite something.
This is not a good sign. Not a good sign for the top 10.
I think I've seen this album cover before, but I don't really know anything about it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there you go, Brett.
Here we go.
Brett. I mean, honestly, it's a miracle that this is not higher on the list. Because, like, knowing Pitchfork or Rolling Stone or any of the other magazines, they will probably put this in the top 5 or maybe even number 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've listened to this album 3 times because, like, okay, I already talked about the album cover, and I hate what it represents. I hate what the deluxe version represents even more. But like, when it comes to the album itself, I mean, it's not as bad as the album cover, but like, I just don't get it. Like, I've heard this album 3 times, like, just desperately trying to get it. Maybe trying to like see what people are looking at this, what they're seeing on this. That maybe I was out of touch with the world. Maybe there's something that I was not seeing here, but I don't know. I just came to the conclusion that this is just not a very good album. Like it just feels very surface level. I don't know. Like I can definitely see the inspiration, but it just I don't know. I feel like the album is a little bit too vanilla for it to stand out that much, in my opinions.
Yeah, no, I have not heard a single second of the album, actually. I must confess, because the entire marketing campaign surrounding it, the entire, I guess, meme of the album's existence, the Kamala Harris entanglement with the whole Kamala's brat thing, just everything about it has just been an immense turnoff to me ever giving the album a chance, and I don't think that it's ever going to change. I think I'm always going to just... This album is defined by the cultural phenomenon, if you can even call it that, that's plagued Western society, really the entire world for the last couple of months. So I don't think I'm ever going to give this album a listen. Probably not anytime in the near future, anyway. And I can't imagine that it's really deserving of being number 7. You know, I think a different album might be worthy of being number 7 on a list of top albums, and that album might be Raw by Hobson. You know, number 7 is indeed Raw by Hobson. And, you know, it's a generational album. I don't really think that it can be defined by one decade. So whether it's the 2000s, the 2010s, the 2020's, I think it just deserves to be number 7 on all lists everywhere for the end of time. And that's what I have to say about that.
Okay.
That is an ugly album cover.
That is an ugly album cover. Dude, we had so many ugly album covers. Like a few days ago, like me and Bladen were doing like reacting to well, not just reacting, but like putting in a tier list of the worst album covers. Not a single album cover from this list made it to that list. I feel like Rolling.
That's shocking.
Yeah, and yet Rolling Stone had a bunch of album covers that were just generally made, were just generally whatever, like the most generic standard picks you can possibly think of that wouldn't really make sense, and yet they're ignoring stuff like this, or I don't know, a lot of the other ones.
Well, that's because it goes back to what I was saying about the whole irony thing, is that if you're self-aware about it, if you're ironic with it, then it's no longer bad. It can no longer be criticized on its face as being bad. It has to be, oh, it's ironic, so it can't be criticized. It's like a shield. It's like a shield from sincerity, a shield from being criticized on a genuine level, and that's why none of these would ever make that kind of list, because, you know, they're ironic, so they can't be criticized like that. It's supposed to be bad. It's supposed to be bad. It's basically immune from any kind of criticism whatsoever. So that's the reason why. It's kind of like how, I don't know how much you talked about on the episode or the video. I have not watched it yet, but like the pen and pixel epidemic that used to swarm hip hop back in the late '90s, like the really blingy album covers, like you know, there's the famous ones like the Big Bear doing things. Or I think the little I skimmed through the video, but the Lil Flip album cover was on there. Like those really obnoxious Photoshop album covers from the late 90s. Those were, you know, rightfully panned, and there's probably a whole lot of those on that list. But nowadays, people do that even for music that doesn't really reflect the album cover, and that doesn't get on any of these lists because it's supposed to be bad. Therefore, you can't really say anything negative about it because it's supposed to be an ironic callback. But that's just, I don't know. It's a terrible way of engaging with art, I think.
Honestly, I will even say that I feel like social media in general has just been strangely allergic to even hating stuff anymore. Like, I feel like...
Yeah, no, because you go on Twitter, you go on Reddit, you've got to be positive about these kind of things. If you're critical of these things, and you're just, you know, you're out of touch, you're old, you're misogynist, racist, whatever the fuck you want to say, because people just love accepting the status quo. They love accepting the slop in which they're given, simply on the basis is that, I don't know.
I mean, basically in summary, people, there's no more honesty in social media anymore. It's just like Twitter. I mean, Twitter does have, I guess, a lot of people writing hate tweets. I don't know. It's just, it's stuck in like this weird loop where, like, I don't know. People these days are just not willing to be honest with anything anymore. Yeah,
no, exactly.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating.
Oh, I predicted it. Beyonce. I knew this album was going to be on the list because every single other album's list that I've encountered had Beyonce. Like either this album or Lemonade or the self-titled. Like it's always it's you know it's always gonna have Beyonce high on the list. I mean, I don't know.
Brother, do I hate Beyonce? Do I hate Beyonce? If you really want to know how much of a non-artist Beyonce is, I want you guys to know, everybody in chat, all three of our viewers, something that happened, something that was controversial, if you can even call it that, about this album, is that there's a certain track on here where she says the word spaz. Now, apparently, there's a very small but very vocal minority on the internet who think that spaz is a slur against the physically disabled, people with Parkinson's, people, I don't even know what the fuck it's discriminatory against. But the outrage was so bad that this non-artist, Beyonce Knowles, Beyonce Carter, whatever the fuck her full name is, she went back and edited the slur out and re-recorded it, because you can't say anything that's remotely offensive if you're Beyonce. If you're Beyonce, you're immune to criticism, and if you can be criticized, just edit it out, and then you'll be the perfect human being that cannot be argued against.
Yeah. I mean, that is.
I hate Beyonce.
I mean, honestly, I haven't even heard a lot of the. I guess I will say this much. I guess my confession is that I haven't heard anything from this album aside from one song that I think Howard showed me. That, to be fair, wasn't the worst thing in the world. Like, that song was definitely better than a lot of the other Beyonce songs that I've heard. Like that song was still better than, I don't know, Single Ladies or Run the World.
Was it the Break My Soul song, which was the big single from this album that came out?
I think it was I think it was that one. Like, that one was just, I don't know, it was mid.
Yeah, it was very flat and just uninteresting. I don't know what the fuck, because at least like with Single Ladies and stuff, regardless of your thoughts, there's something to be talked about there. Because, like, I don't know, it's not a great song. In fact, I don't even argue it's a very bad song. But there's something to talk about there. I don't know what you can say about Break My Soul or any of the other songs on this album, you know, aside from the one that says allegedly says a slur, which is very offensive. It must be edited out for the streaming versions of the album. But it's just like, I don't get the hype around this woman. I think that she represents everything that's wrong with society. I can't stand her. I wouldn't even bleach her. I would not even bleach this woman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like the only reason why Beyonce has like this amount of acclaim. Well, first of all, it's because magazines like, you know, Pitchfork and Rolling Stone like to hype her up. But like, I think it's because of the self-title. Because like the self-title was like the reason why it became such a big deal was because the album. It was like the first ever, at the very least, it was an album that popularized that surprise drop. Because like that album was a surprise release. It had like a very minimalistic album cover, and that kind of changed a lot of music drops for like that point onwards. It was that album. It was, I don't know, just generally like Beyonce, I guess, has always had a bit of an army beside her. Like even before the self-title, I don't know. It's just like she has like a very like whatever the music communicates. Like she always represented a sort of feminist energy to her music. So
yeah, no, she's usually hailed as this very feminist, very pro-black icon, but it's like, I don't know, I can't really take that image she's trying to push so hard seriously, considering that you know, the same crowd who will hail her as this hero will also be strongly against capitalism, despite the fact that A, her husband is Jay-Z, and B, the fact that she's filthy fucking rich and is currently doing the Taylor Swift thing and doing multiple. I don't know if she's doing multiple versions of her album, but she definitely is doing multiple versions of her country album. That's what she's doing now. She's doing black people country. She's reclaiming the country style from Whitey. I don't know why, but that's what she's up to now.
Yeah. Oh. I think I never listened to this album, but I don't know. The stuff that I've heard from this, again, I don't like it that much. I think it's just, I don't like it that much.
It's not a good album. It does not deserve to be number 4 on the best albums of any decade, which, you know, I have heard this album actually. It was an album I listened to with my then girlfriend when it came out, and I'll be honest, I did like the leading single. I think it was the leading single, "Kill Bill." I thought it had a very nice energy. I liked the production. It was very boom bap-ish. Had a very tense feel all around. And then I listened to the rest of the album with this girl I was dating, and it's not good. It's very boring. It's very melancholic. I know that Howard likes to rag on the song "Snooze," which I believe is also a single off this album, because it's so devoid of energy and life, and it's so unremarkable. There's hardly even a melody or a strong chorus. It really is light-skinned Zoomer music for a generation that does not have any energy to give to an album. You know, if that makes any sense. I'm kind of just rambling, but at its core, this is just uninteresting, boring, slow, pseudo R&B. You know, it's not good. I don't like it.
Boring. I can definitely get that. All right, we're now approaching to the top 3. Actually,
boy.
I guess I don't know what's gonna be in the top 3 because we already covered.
The top 3 is gonna be Red, Taylor's version, 1989 Taylor's version, and what's another Taylor's version? I can't think of any Taylor Swift albums. The Tortured Poets Society. It's not even Taylor's version, just the Tortured Poets Society.
Or Midnight's.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't actually be surprised if any of those albums was in the top 3. Like at this point, like we're joking around, we're joshing, but if one of those albums made it into the top 3, I wouldn't really be surprised that much, to be honest.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, this album was like number 1 on Radio Music like 2024 for a while. That's the only thing that I know about it. I never heard of this.
I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, it's like a very Radio Music core album, but I don't know. Maybe it is good, maybe not. I'll listen to it at some point, maybe at the end of the year, to see if it's good or not. But I don't know. Number 2.
Number 2 is Whole Lotta Red. Huh.
Oh.
Okay,
I'm
never heard this album, but I feel like if Bladen was here, he'd have a bit to say about it.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
I've not heard it.
I don't know. I'm pleasantly surprised because, like, I mean, honestly, I'm not even mad because, like, the stuff that I've heard from this album, I actually really like the songs that I've heard from Whole Lotta Red. Like, I feel like it's not really that much of a difference in quality between that and Dial-It.
Yeah, I've never heard a whole lot of Cardi, but what I have heard is pretty decent. So I would definitely be down to seeing what this album has to offer.
Yeah.
I'm not really dismissive of it the way I am a lot of similar rap in this style. So yeah.
I am surprised because like I think this album is very divisive from what I've heard. Like a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. I wasn't expecting it to be this high, but you know what? I kind of admire it. That was a pleasant surprise. Okay, number 1. Let's see, what's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
You know what? That's a good pick. Well, this is not in my top 10 of the decade, and I don't even think this is Fiona Apple's best album. Like, I definitely prefer When the Pond a lot more, but this is still a very good album. And yeah, this was the one album that now that I'm remembering, this was the one album that Pitchfork gave a 10 to. Like that, it's like their latest 10. And yeah, this is a really good album. This is honestly a solid pick for number 1. I'm kind of glad. This is like the top 3 of this list. Well, actually, I don't know if this album is good or not, but I don't know. These top 2 albums have been surprises for me. Like, you know what? I guess I can give them a bone here.
I've never heard a single thing about. Don't think I've ever heard a single Fiona Apple song in my entire life. The only thing I know about her as an artist is that my dad once described her as a man hater. So you know, I don't really have an opinion on her as a person nor her music, but I'm just happy that the number 1 spot was not something that completely, as far as I know, completely sucks. So you know, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. I mean, surprise is surprise as well, but. I mean, the list. As for the list itself, I'm not even that disappointed because I went in with low expectations, and I don't know. It's like a mix of albums that I never heard of before, or even heard people talk about. Albums that are just straight up bad, or albums that I just straight up don't like what they represent. And then there's like a few like just generally really good albums in the mix. Like I guess it's like very one third of all of it. I don't know. It's like a big mixed bag, but I don't know. It's still not a very good list. I feel like,
well, I didn't really have high expectations for the list in general because, nothing that as far as I know, I don't really keep with music that much as far as new releases. But has there even really been anything too good that's come out of like the last 4 years in general though?
Honestly,
that's really my thing.
Little Ugly Mane's Volcanic Bird Enemy is honestly.
That's true.
Yeah, I've heard that. Honestly, I re-listened to that today because like. I thought that album was gonna be on this list, to be honest. Considering how much I've seen people hyping it up, and honestly, well-deserved hype. Like that album is amazing. But
I mean, having no Little Ugly Man on your list of albums, but having Sexy Red, that really says a lot about Pitchfork.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, there's no Little Ugly Man. There's no. Honestly, again, as weirdo, I don't know, as indie type of shit that it can be. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but like I don't know, like no Little Ugly Mane, none of the like the post-punk revival bands of this decade, like Squid or Black Country New Road or Black Midi. Like I feel like they definitely at the very least deserve the mention here. Because like the albums were very talked about, they were generally really good, but I mean, not on here for some reasons. Maybe that was more of a radio music thing, but I feel like those albums definitely, at the very least, in my opinion, are very emblematic of like the good stuff of this decade.
Yeah. I'm. It's not a great list, but I'm at least happy that there was only one Taylor Swift album, even if it was one Taylor Swift album too many. There was no, what's that one blonde woman who everybody's hyping up, Sabrina Carpenter or whatever, the espresso chick. There was no Billie Eilish, who was a similarly just bad artist.
Yeah,
and there was a lot less shitty underground TikTok rap than I was anticipating. So you know.
To be fair to Billie Eilish, that last album that she dropped, like the one of this year, I will say it's actually quite good. I feel like she's been getting a lot better recently. Like, cause like the first two albums, like before, I don't necessarily hate her older stuff, but it doesn't really do much for me. I feel like it's most of the time aesthetic over substance, and I feel like the hype is mostly based on the fact that at the very least Billie Eilish, like when she came into the music scene, she was still like I guess fairly fresh on like when it comes to like what mainstream music was sounding like, and Billie Eilish I guess was kind of a game changer. So to that extent I can somewhat get, but the music itself at the very least from like the first two albums, not very good in my opinion. Like not terrible, but it has never been my cup of tea. But like that last album that you released, like the one from this year, I thought it was good. But I thought it was a good album, and I like the direction that she's heading into.
I know that if Howard was here, he'd probably have an issue with the fact that one Olivia Rodrigo has been snubbed from this list. And honestly, I have not heard a whole lot of Olivia Rodrigo, but I think that his praises might have some credibility to them because I've heard a couple of her songs on radio, just from time to time. And I think that, I don't know, I think there is something to her music. I think that she brings a lot of energy that we're not really seeing in a whole lot of the similar associated peers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, she's like the last artist that I feel like had some actual splash in music. Like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the mainstream artists from like this decade, like a lot of the music has been either like nostalgia bait or just generally not really that significant. I feel like Olivia Rodrigo actually feel like she was like the last female artist that actually felt like she was moving music into some sort of form, some sort of direction.
True.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna take a little peek into the best songs. Like, I'm not gonna spend too much time, but like, at the very least, out of curiosity. My computer is a little bit slow.
All right.
I'm just gonna quick. Never heard. Dude, my computer is so okay. Never heard. Never heard. Never heard. Never heard. Oh, hey, Billie Eilish. Yeah, this song is. This is not from the album that I like, but
No, that song's boring as hell.
Yeah, never heard. Haven't heard.
Now here's a fun experiment. You Control F TikTok on this list. I bet there'll be a whole different story.
Maybe. Oh.
Because I'm seeing.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Only 3 TikTok mentions.
That is shocking. I guess credit where credit's due. I guess Pitchfork seems to be taking the TikTok equation out of things a little bit. And
Yeah.
I gotta respect that. Gotta respect they're just to a certain degree tapped into what serious music listeners are listening to,
Yeah.
and not what TikTok children are.
I do appreciate that. I don't appreciate a 1975 song in here, but whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Again, I haven't heard any of the songs except for. Oh wait. Okay, hold on.
There's Black Midi.
Yeah, Black Midi. This is a good song. This is a really good song. I'm glad that at the very least Black Midi made it into the best songs list. Chat pile. Oh no, this song is. Okay, I don't hate this song, but I know someone who despises this song to like every. Like I think I know someone that thinks the song is like a 0 out of 10, which I think is funny. Never heard it.
Never heard it in my life.
Never heard. Okay, I never heard the song before, but I've heard what was it? The 2022 album. That album is pretty good. I like it. I don't know. My mouth is kind of running dry a little bit.
My life is like a video game.
Yeah. Oh, Burial. Okay, never heard the song before. I didn't even know Burial was still alive to this day and age. But okay, maybe I should.
Well, you would think that he would be buried 6 feet deep. You think that he would have had a burial.
Oh, hey, CSA.
SZA.
Yeah.
She sucks.
Let's see, any. Is this from fuck, I cannot speak today. Is this from the the
Whole Lot of Red.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe. Wait. Aftermath, the tour of the industrial harness of Whole Lot of Red must have seemed imperative. I guess it's from. Oh, okay. Never heard.
So sad.
Oh, a Blade song. Nice, great.
A Bladen song.
Now, if only it was Blatant, but now it's Blade. This is the rip-off.
Yeah, I'm noticing a certain absence of Chapter 1 on the last list. So sad.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, hey, this is okay. Yeah, this is a great song. You must definitely heard of this song before, Nancy.
I probably have, but not to the point where I can put a name to the sound. Let me give it a listen on my YouTube right now. Yeah, I'll give it a listen on my YouTube right this second. See if I've heard this song before. No, I've never heard this song before in my life.
Really? That's crazy.
No.
Because I remember that this song at the time was I think everywhere. Like I remember hearing this a lot on the radio.
Well, it's also a song from 2019, meaning it doesn't count for this list.
Yeah, I
See,
guess.
because you can make an excuse, like I was making an excuse for the last one, saying as how there's, we're only about 5 years into the 2020s, so you can make an excuse, there's not really enough albums to warrant having 100 on a list. But for songs, come on. There's got to be at least 200 or not. Is this 200 or 100?
100.
100. Yeah. There's 100 songs within the span of 5 fucking years you can pull from. Come on, dude.
That's true. Yeah, never heard. Oh, hey, the smile. This is a really good song, I will say. Probably the best smile song. Never heard. Not the song that I was expecting from the album, but I mean, interesting pick. Never heard.
Ice Spice? You never heard Ice Spice? Greatest female rapper of our generation?
I mean, I've heard Ice Spice, but
Nah, she sucks. This is egregious. This is terrible. Why is this on this list? Get her the fuck out of here. This is prime TikTok core right there.
Oh no. It's a sexy
Fuck you, ma'am. Fuck you, ma'am.
Okay, Turnstile. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is I actually like this album. Yeah, the Sufjan Stevens has been like, I don't know, like Sufjan Stevens has never had really any downfall. I feel like he's been consistently good from the 2000s to this point onwards. But this is not the song that I was expecting. Like, this is not one of my favorite songs from the album, but whatever. Like, this is a pretty consistent album anyways, so I don't mind it.
Nice.
Oh, hey, Olivia Rodrigo. This is a great song, honestly. This is one of my favorites from her. Like, I think this is, at the very least to me, like, her best song before Guts. Because, like, Guts has a bunch of really good songs, but, like, before that, I think this was her best song, Good For You. This is a really fun song. Never.
Howard Cells, we're so back.
Fuck off. No. Oh. Well. I mean.
Well. It was a good run.
Yeah. This song has such a weird legacy because, like, I don't know, I see either people hate this song or love it. Unfortunately, though, I'm in the hate side, so you know it sucks.
I think the West has fallen.
Yeah. Again, I never heard this song, even though I've heard the artist. Is this from,
Earl Sweatshirt?
Is this from what was it? Sick? No, this is from.
I don't know.
This is from 2023, and Sick was 2022, so it's not. Yeah, I haven't heard this. Oh yeah, not that we're now in the best songs of the decade list. It is very guaranteed that at least one of the Kendrick diss tracks is gonna be on here, because of course it's gonna be on here.
Oh no, you're right. You're so right.
Yeah, it's. I'm not looking forward to it. Oh, Bad Bunny. But not.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Blade and Cells were so bad.
We're so bad. Blade and Cells. Yeah, never heard. Good song. Never heard. The album cover.
That's some ugly album art right there.
Yeah, this is Powerful Girls.
Oh, it's K-pop.
Yeah.
It's K-pop.
K-pop. I didn't know Japan was powerful fans of the Powerful Girls, but yeah,
I guess so.
Yeah. I never heard of this. Interesting cover. Okay.
Very, very so.
To the top 10. Never heard this. The album cover.
We're into TikTok, quote unquote underground, quote unquote rap territory with this one here.
Yeah.
Nothing deserving of being in the top 10. I don't believe.
Yeah. I also don't like the name of this artist, Savior So Bass. It's like it's one thing to have like Gen Z language, like when it comes to chatting with people, or even when it comes to including it in your YouTube thumbnails or YouTube videos, that's one thing. But like, I don't know, like including it in your, artist name or in your music, it's just like, no. Come on.
Well, see, for this it's interesting. It's interesting because you could almost make the argument, which, I could give the benefit of the doubt here and say that this is referring to the original way bass was supposed to be used, which was not from 4chan. It was from Lil B. Lil B created the word based. So I could give the benefit of the doubt and say this is referring to that definition. However, that's not the world we live in, where based is primarily known from the Little B usage. It's primarily known from the online, as JPEG Mafia would say, tragically online way of living. So I have to agree with you here on the egregious use of the word based.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah. Okay. A song from the #1 album. Interesting. Bob Dylan.
Well, goddamn.
Interesting. Never heard the song. To be fair, I never heard anything of Bob Dylan past I don't know, the 70s. But interesting pick. I don't know.
For sure. Especially right behind or right in front of Xavier So Based.
Yeah. Yeah, never heard. Okay, now to the top 5. Great song. This is a great song. This is one of the best songs from the album to me. I'm glad that it's this high. This is not a good song. Oh,
doesn't look like it. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Honestly, I'm glad that it wasn't at the very least Meet the Grahams, because like that's at least it's one of the better diss tracks from Kendrick, I guess. But that's still.
And that's a very, calling it one of the better ones is very generous, considering none of them are good.
Yeah.
But at the very least, this one has the beat going for it. The beat's fun enough, but unfortunately, I don't think Kendrick really does anything to give it justice. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
RXK Nephew. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
If only it was Slater comparison, but
It's a good point. It's a great point, actually.
And #1 is Lana Del Rey. I never heard the song, but interesting pick for #1. Yeah. I guess this list was in the same quality as the best albums one. I don't really see much of a difference. It's like the same vibe, the same kind of thing going for it. But
feels a little redundant in some spots.
Yeah,
I will say.
Honestly. I guess that was the best albums list, and that was the best songs list. That was Pitchfork.
I think I'm gonna pull a blade and dip. Unfortunately, so sad.
Yeah, honestly, I think I might.
will see. Is that?
No, I'm just gonna say that I think I might end the stream here, cause like again.
I got you.
Yeah. So I'll see you later, Nenchi. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Bye stream. Bye stream.
Bye stream.
Bye stream.